just around our hotel, we stopped by a Nanyang coffee shop. We were headed to Char Kway Teow, but we were too hungry, so we just stopped in. It's pretty quiet in here, so it's quite nice.
It's a cute little shop house, and the food on the menu looked really delicious, so we had to do it.
Looks like Char Kway Teow. Welcome to Penang, Malaysia.
We're gonna be here for the next 4 days. So this is a long one, but we're really excited because this is a foodie's heaven. And we've had so many suggestions of great food. I hope our stomachs can handle it.
So we're staying at the St. Giles Wembley Hotel. The hotel itself looks nice from the outside. It's quite big. I believe there's 29 floors. And we're staying on the 15th floor. We got a corner room, which is great. It's quite big, the space.
The weird thing though is, for some reason, they have an extra cot in there. Maybe the room was not originally for us. Honestly, I think we're gonna leave it there because there's so much space.
That way we have like a little seating area with our dirty clothes, our outside clothes.
Yeah, exactly, because there's no other couch, actually. There's no sofa or anything.
One of the reasons we chose this hotel is because it's located close to all the food places we want to check out.
It's walking distance to pretty much all of it. There is a shopping mall next to it too, so in case we need the shopping mall vibes, we've got that too.
Apart from the delicious food, we're really excited about the cute murals and the quaint walking street.
All right, good afternoon, and it is afternoon because we had a late start today, but that's okay. Stumbled by, on the way to grab some food, a little gift shop called Crafterina, and it was really cute. A cat actually let us in. I was staring at this cat, and I was like, oh, it's a souvenir shop. Picked up my sticker that I always usually find whenever we travel, and Chantal.
I got some earrings, since that's my new thing, is trying to pick up some earrings locally made. Harry found a cool spot for some sandos, so we checked it out because the bread looked really good.
They were egg sandos, so it's like Japanese style.
Harry really wanted to try their pandan milkshake because it was a signature.
Yeah.
And then they ran out.
They did. So unfortunately we didn't have that. And then their other signature was actually kaya toast, which is obviously something we're gonna have while we're here in Penang. Where are we headed now?
We're gonna go check out a coffee festival.
Unintentionally saw a poster at their shop, and it's actually right here. So it's literally a block away. We've got a sample tasting cup. So this was, well, 67 Chinese RMB because I used Alipay, but it's 40 ringgit. And now what we can do is we can walk around and sample all the coffees everywhere. So we're gonna go do that.
Butterworth at Mainland.
Oh, you're here.
Yeah.
Oh.
Been at Mainland.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, it was this one, Hamasho. That one's really good.
Have you had a full cup of coffee yet?
Yes, I think we've got our money's worth already, but it's really cool experience because we've been chatting a lot with all these local cafes and roasters. So far, I think my favorite is actually the KL roaster. I don't know their name, but we might have to buy a bag of beans from them. But it's like a mango-y flavor, and it's from their anaerobic process. We've been saving all of these other places, so eventually when we go to KL or around here in Penang, we'll make sure to check them out.
This is a honey process. Okay. Traditional process.
So we're waiting right now for Min Cafe. He's actually doing his brew right now for Ethiopia. They're actually from Taiwan, which is really cool. Our first sample was this place called Olomo. I don't remember where they're from.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think we asked. But they have their own coffee roaster here, so you can actually roast your own beans for 100 ringgit or something like that. I tried one of their samples first, and one of them was rum infused, and you could actually taste the alcohol.
2 minutes left.
Necessarily just spent 100 ringgit, but this is a really cool tasting cup collaboration with Hario, and apparently they just hand make them, and they're only once a year, so every year is a different one, but this one's a really cool one.
So right now here I'm reporting from the main deck. We are having our 6th contestant for our coffee mocktail competition.
Just saw on the other side mocktail competition for coffee, and now it's the roasting competition on the other side.
And we also like to thank the sponsors again for making that.
And right next to it, it looks like it's going to be a brewer cups competition. Finished with day 1 of our coffee experience. Harry went ahead and bought 2 different bags of beans. The first one is mango flavor, and it's from KL, and the second one is from Taiwan. Saw a huge flock of pigeons fly to a building, and it looks like it's a McDonald's.
Really cool looking McDonald's actually, but we're not gonna stop by. We usually would go to a McDonald's in every country. We've already had Malaysia's McDonald's before. Originally we were walking that way where the McDonald's was, just because right after coffee we had been outside for so long, and there's a mall called Times Square there. It looked like it's supposed to be open. There's tons of reviews on Google, but ended up being like super abandoned, and we just need a place to go indoors to cool off. So I think we're walking towards another section called Komtar. So hopefully there's indoor space there we can cool off and find some food. We're in Komtar Walk now, and a lot of stuff's closed, but it is very cool and very comfortable, so I'm glad we came in.
So we slowly made our way back towards our hotel, and we stopped in. Thank you.
That's good.
We stopped by a shopping mall that's connected to the First Avenue Mall that we saw yesterday. It's called like Pranjin Mall. We're a little hungry, so we went ahead and sat down at a little restaurant called Little Oasis.
We're walking about 15 minutes away from our hotel. Chantal said she's a bit hungry.
It's time.
Okay, and I'm all right still, but there's this area called Chulia Street. I hope that's how you pronounce it. And there's a lot of food there apparently. So Chantal, where are you from?
Texas.
And what do people from Texas called?
Texans.
The restaurant we're at is called what?
Teksen?
Yeah, it's a popular spot. I always thought there'd be massive queues, but I guess it's late enough that there isn't, so we're gonna give it a try.
Just finished our quick dinner. It was pretty delicious. We only ordered 2 of their signature dishes with a side of rice, and it was pretty good. The reason why they were quite busy, and we made it just in time before they closed, is that they are Michelin Bib Gourmand.
Total bill was also fairly reasonable. It's 48 ringgit, and we also got a soya milk. They do take credit card, and it seems like most places like that will take card, and it's not. They don't charge extra. Have we used cash yet? No. I don't think we have. Yeah, we haven't used any cash yet, but if they don't take card, they do have this QR app, and it's called Touch and Go. We have it, but I haven't actually used it because in Singapore we use DBS as our bank, and they have an app called Payla, and it actually uses the same system here called Do It Now. So we end up using that instead. I will say the conversion rate that they have is not the best, but it's still a little bit more convenient. I think it's maybe a couple percent transaction fee or something like that. Anyway, it's still easier than just dealing with cash. Okay, now we're on Chulia Street. It's a really busy street, but it's crazy because the cars are driving through. You would think that they maybe would close this street up just because there's people literally eating on the side and lining up to get food. It looked good, unfortunately.
We're full.
Yeah, so we'll walk around this area because it looks really cute.
Have we even mentioned the fact that we're on an island of Penang called Georgetown?
There's a mainland side, and we realized that because a lot of the cafes, we were asking where their roastery is and things, they're like, oh, it's on the mainland. I'm like, oh, that's so weird that they say that, because even the airport for Penang is here on the island of Georgetown. But we only brought this up because we're standing in front of a building that everyone's taking pictures of, and it's called The George. We're on a popular street now. Actually, all of these streets are pretty popular. This one's called Kimberley, and there's another whole like street section of stalls.
So we stopped by for a quick dessert, just one between the two of us.
And we're right next to the dessert maker. We got it's called Si Guo Tang. It's their signature. It was 5 ringgit. Said it had 4.
Yeah, I gotta find the art.
I think it was like 4 different fruits or something. It's very traditional. What are those? The orangey.
Sweet potato?
Yep. You know the brown thing.
Longan.
Yep. The white.
Mushrooms.
Yeah. What's the other word for mushrooms? What do you not want to have on your foot?
Fungus.
Yeah. It's white fungus.
Okay, and then
She just called those jelly.
these are yeah, like Jello maybe.
Yeah, and then the last one is the little nut.
You said it. Guo.
Ginkgo.
Where is it?
It's underwater somewhere, but there's ginkgo nut as well. My Chinese is finally just realizing this, but Si Guo Tang, it means literally 4 fruit soup. So a couple things we haven't had yet for breakfast while we've been in Penang. One is a bolo bao, which we love bolo baos, and they're not known for it, but there's some Cantonese culture here in Penang. So we're gonna find some bolo bao, and the more important one we haven't had yet is kaya toast. So we've got to find some kaya toast and bolo bao to fuel us up this morning.
We just got our bolo baos, but there's one here at the coffee shop that's actually cheaper.
What are those?
We gotta make it iced yourself.
Crazy.
To order extra food.
I got one wonton mee dry, small. It was 7 ringgit. I was trying to use the app, but it didn't work, so I just ended up paying cash, which is why I'm carrying a lot of cash now. Stressful experience is gonna happen now. I hope I don't make a mess. Oh.
What?
There's still a lot left. But that's not that bad, actually. Alright, here's the milk tea.
Thanks for sacrificing yourself.
Cheers. Yeah. Does it taste any different than in Singapore?
No, just that the bread is bigger.
Oh, okay. And it's cheaper. The whole point of us getting a small wonton and 1 piece of kaya toast was so we can eat more food. We're gonna walk down basically where we were last night to try and get more food. But the problem is, I think the tea and coffee make it really filling. So I'm actually very full, and we still gotta eat our bolos on our walk to more food. Let's see how Chantal's feeling.
I'm full. I'm done. So now we're inside Komtar Walk. It's nice and cool in here. We're gonna look for a place to sit and eat our 1 bolo, because I'm still not that hungry. And we're standing by the Penang State Gallery, which is a part of the building that the top is at, which I think is the highest point in Penang.
Unfortunately, we're still too full for more bread, but that's a place we just had saved on our maps as well called Roti Bakar, and it looked very busy. Great that they have these covered areas, but they're not really covered.
Plants gotta grow, they need time.
But anyway, we're at our next stop, at least for now to kill some time, but this is Chowrasta Bazaar. So we're gonna maybe walk around and shop a little bit.
I think we just saw the real life person of this painting.
Stumbled upon an alleyway and I love it. Look at all the artwork. So cool. And no one's here. It's quiet. Alright, so we're on Campbell Street now, and last night we were walking past it. We walked past it because we decided to go down Kimberley. So now what we're going to do is we're going to walk down Campbell because I think this is another pretty popular street. It's another spot we actually had saved, and actually there's no queue. It's called Tosun Cafe, another good breakfast spot.
Like it's too late to be eating that. That's a before noon.
What time is it anyway?
No.
Oh, it is before noon though.
Oh, darn it.
Barely, 11:45.
Okay, they made the cut.
All the food's here, I guess, because we just walked by and this gentleman was walking out with a huge place of nasi lemak and it looked delicious. What is this actually called? Hamelia, something like that. Hamedia, thank you. But it's apparently the oldest nasi kandar in Malaysia, 1907. Passed by yet another delicious restaurant. It was Italian, right? Mm-hmm. And mentioned in the Michelin Guide, the house that it's in, I think is historic. It was called the Campbell House, but one of the guys opened it to go in and I peeked in and it looked really cool.
So we were here last night, back at the George, and right next to it is Forest Cloud Cafe.
Just like a 5-minute walk, although it felt like longer because we were basically walking on a highway. From the coffee shop is a dim sum place called Phu Er Dai. And it's an outdoor dim sum spot. I didn't realize how busy it could possibly be, but they have ropes and their own parking attendant. Luckily we came an hour before closing, so it's about 1 o'clock now, and it's a bit quieter, so we were able to just sit right away and order.
The staff is very friendly here.
Delicious. And I was just telling Chantal, it's a parking lot you exit out of. I think we're literally the only ones who probably don't drive or take a grab here and just walk to this dim sum spot. But as you exit, you actually see this really cool building that I gotta show you guys.
Now we're grabbing some shade under a bougie hotel called Eastern and Oriental. And it's right along the water, so I bet the views are amazing.
We just walked by one of the restaurants here at the hotel, which you can see the lobby here. The restaurant itself is called Sarki's. That reminded me of the Sarki brothers, who were Armenian brothers who founded a very, very similar looking hotel in Singapore. Probably the best hotel that we've ever stayed in our lives. And that's the Raffles Hotel. So I had to do some research, and it turns out they are the same brothers that founded this hotel, which makes sense because it literally looks the same and it's also waterfront. And the Raffles Hotel also used to be waterfront before Singapore needed more land and filled all the water space. Again, there's just too much food around here and you just have so much stomach space. But another place that's pretty popular that Chantal, I think, found was this one. What is it called?
Kenny Hill's Bakers.
We're on our walk back towards the hotel, and on our way, another really popular spot here is this blue mansion. It's literally blue. There's a Chinese entrepreneur who was big in the trade, and rags to riches story, basically became the wealthiest person who lived here, hence why his mansion is still available for tours. You can actually check it out. It's 25 ringgit to enter.
Or you can stay at the hotel.
Or you can stay at the hotel?
Yeah, I think it's a hotel too.
Really? You can stay there? Oh, that's cool. The whole mansion is 38 rooms, and apparently there's 220 windows, which I guess that's something to acknowledge.
We just confirmed it is a hotel. They're actually expanding across the street to another small building that used to be the servants' quarters. It's going to be much more expensive than the main area because they'll also have a butler service, and it's more modern rooms.
We just walked by and it said sold out, but the reason why is because the guided tours are in the same areas that the guest stays.
Main section, it's about 690 ringgits a night.
Yeah, and then the new one was 1.2K, so
That's
it's
crazy.
like double the amount. I actually don't know how much that is converted, but
Sounds like a lot.
it sounds like a lot, yeah. This is a really popular chocolate brand called Barrels, and for some reason this Barrels looks really nice. And an abundance of cafes in this area. Another really cute looking cafe just across from Barrels called Higher Ground. Everywhere you go, you might have already seen in earlier parts of our vlog, these artwork are scattered throughout. And this one is really cool.
It's where Jimmy Choo started his apprenticeship as a shoemaker.
All right, it's about a 15-minute walk back to the hotel. Key takeaway for walking around streets of Penang, just like anywhere else in Southeast Asia, it's hot.
It's very hot.
So we did bring our own cooling wipes, like wet wipes. Highly recommend it, or just stay in shaded areas, or you can also grab an umbrella and just use that. Got some bagpipers over here. There's a competition going on right now, and they sound legit. We just passed by this really old shop house, and it was actually a cafe slash souvenir store with really cool artwork, postcards. It was called Moon something 47, Moon Tree 47. And one of the cool artworks that I really liked from one of the postcards that they had in the shop is literally on their building. Brought our swimming suits on this trip, so we had to use the pool. Took a quick dip, and now it's dinner time, so we're back out and we're making our way to grab some food.
Had a lot of local food, but of course we had our craving for pizza. So we managed to find a really good place called Pizzahana. How did we find it?
It was the first night.
Yeah.
I think it might be on this vlog.
Oh,
The first night we walked by and we're like, ooh,
saw it.
Pizzahana. They had the 2 ovens back there, and we're like, that looks good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. And really nice people.
Yeah, really nice. They started as a Japanese, I guess they were like the Hin Bus Depot, like during a little pop-up flea market thing where they served sushi bakes, they call it. And then she got inspired to do Italian stuff, so now they have a Japanese-Italian kitchen. Overall, very reasonable, 77 ringgit. I would say it's worth it.
Definitely.
一起来感受，一起来迎接。看到了未来，青春留下来我的朝日，理想美梦。
That's like the most iconic street mural. I feel like it's everywhere. All the postcards, all the t-shirts. It's always been this cute little bike riding kid with the brother behind her. The great thing is they actually block off the streets. So I mean there's like tuk-tuks and little motorbikes that come by, but cars aren't allowed on this, so that's nice.